All right, hello, and today we are back doing more Pioneer, trying out new cards. This time we're playing Boros Convoke in Pioneer, which is a deck that's kind of fallen out of favor, but we're going to give it a try because we have a new card, and I think this card might end up being pretty good. We'll see. That's why we're going to play the games, but the new card is the Last Ronin's Technique. So this is 4 mana, you get 3/1/1s. And if the sneak cost is paid, they enter to tap and attacking. So what that means is if you Ornithopter, or maybe you just have a 1-drop that you want to pick up for value, you get to beat down, get a bunch of 1/1s in play. I think you'd almost prefer that they were untapped or the Convoke stuff, but regardless, you still do get a lot of bodies. So it lets you set up your Convoke. Maybe you don't have Gleeful Demolition, so this is just another way to get it done. You have a lot of creatures that get value. You have Thraben Inspector, Novice Inspector, and Voldaren Epicure. And then, of course, you can still just do the Gleeful Demolition stuff. So this is just like a nice plan B when you don't have Gleeful Demolition to help build into these other things. Trying out a Singleton Water Tribe Rallier just because this is a card that seems like it could fit decently into the shell, but letting you look at more cards. And then, of course, we got Cosmogrand Zenith, we got our Convoke creatures, we got our Artifact Makers, Warden. I think we're 21 lands, yep. Side deck, we have Portable Holes, for things like Corey Steelcutter, Torch the Towers, extra removal, Wear Tear, and Get Lost can be useful against temporary lockdown. That card's really good against your deck. Rest in Peace for Grease Fang, Shelter by Ghost for red decks, and then Aven Interrupter can help against sweepers. So that is it for the list. If you guys want it, it is in the description, and I will see you in the games. All right. First, kind of a crazy keep. It is really close. If I draw a red source, I have turn 2 Loxodon. Draw any land, I have turn 2 Ronin. I think I'm gonna keep. I know this seems completely insane, but I think that this deck is just defined by Gleeful Demolition. I'm keeping on the basis that I have this card in my hand. I know it's kind of nonsense, but... Okay, so my options are what? Yeah, I can't imagine not doing this. Really, a Spell Pierce. That's unfortunate. Turn 1 Spell Pierce on the draw versus Gleeful Demolition. That sucks. Okay. Well, they got me. Hit me with the fadeaway. They said, "Gotcha, peace." All right, I have no idea what that means. What deck plays Spell Pierce? Is there any Pioneer deck that's meta that plays Spell Pierce? I have no idea what this is. They played an island as well. It could just be like mono blue. It could be spirits. It's a weird game. But depending on what they did, we were just gonna get to Ronin them, and then maybe we could get to the Convoke that way. So I think we were in a decent spot. Obviously, I got lucky to draw the land, but that was a savage keep. I'm a sicko. What else is new? Okay. So if I think it's mono blue, like if I think it's spirits, I could put in these. I think we run the no sideboards. I could maybe take out like this for something that I think would be good against a Spell Pierce deck. But Aven Interrupter not really good against spirits. No, I guess Control could have Spell Pierce. I think we just no sideboard. Figure out what's going on. This is one of those angles of approach where you look at their avatar. You say, what does a Spell Pierce player with a mouse avatar play? Probably spirits, right? Huh, okay, so this is... This is just lessons with Spell Pierce main deck? Sure. Is that normal? Maybe that's normal. I don't actually know. I don't play against the lessons version very often. A land. I think this hand was obviously a keep. Like, this one's, you know, we didn't hit the land or whatever, but I don't think we was pulling in a hand like this with this deck. I also didn't know they were going to kill my creature. If you told me they had red in their Island Spell Pierce U deck, I would be pretty surprised. I doubt that that's very typical, but I think we're going to grind here. Because I have second Gleeful and one drop, I'm not that worried about losing my board. Oh. Do the Sigo. Hard to block, but then maybe we can Loxodon next turn. Just to anticipate, nothing too crazy. We're gonna take some damage. We might just be dead. Probably are. How many blockers? I get 6 bodies. I get 2 blockers. If they have a spell or not. If they just have land bounce and jump. Problem is, my hand doesn't really do anything. I haven't drawn a land, so, like, I guess we'll see. If they did, yeah, we'll see. Their hands all lands, maybe. I don't know. You just unsummon my Loxodon and attack me for 6. Pretty good, no? Probably don't chump because this lets me Convoke. Go to 1 versus unsummon. If they have a land spell, I lose. It's a tough spot. My opponent has played 6 lands and I have played 1. I'm not really supposed to win, but it is hypothetically winnable. Yeah, not dead if I have nothing. Well, maybe we'll draw a second land if we keep that hand again. This is Steel Cutter. Everything is Steel Cutter. Everything is Steel Cutter until it's banned, and it's not banned, so everything is Steel Cutter. This shelter is maybe worth here. Do I want torches? I have Rest in Peace as well. I think I want it though. Maybe just Portable Hole. Try that. More interaction. I can check a Grand, I can check a Core Steel Cutter. First. It's kind of shitty, but I kept it. Keep the Ornithopter. So go to 2/4. I'm just gonna throw my cards out there. If they have Steel Cutter, I'll just die. It's fine. Let's block this. It's a very good card, so. Yeah, we'll still sandbag the Optic. Okay. Sure. we get no help. So really horrendous luck in the second and third game, but not over just yet. We got lucky in the first game, so. So it goes. I have 21 lands in my deck. I'm screwed a flood. I'll double block here. It's the same as blocking with the Inspector. Oh, no, it's not. Excuse me. They're just going to shock this. I don't know why I did that. Whatever. Oh, a land. Wonderful. My Convoke deck loves a land from this spot. Totally awesome. They want this to be able to attack. They're just gonna kill this. Jesus Christ, dude. My deck has 21 lands in it. That means that there's 39 spells. What is happening to me? Yep. Opponent casting cards from the Avatar set alongside Corey Steelcutter. Very smart. Lux. We drew a spell. We're back. We drew a land. We're not back. Okay, well, good game. No comment. Good game, good game, good game. Alright, opponent goes first. I have a one-lander. Again. That looks good. I keep. Scrap that. Go turn one Warden. If our opponent decides to play. Alright. Oh, we got a bunch of bodies. Maybe this Inspector gets to come across and we get to do the Ronin. Pretty sure. Okay, well. Sorry for bothering. Well, obviously they're gonna block the 1/2. We'll just play for top deck and if it's a creature. Creature's really hard to beat. I mean, that is just a good start. Thoughtseize removal spell creature on the play versus my Convoke deck. Yeah. I'll block it. Here. Maybe they just shouldn't have attacked. I messed this up. Is everything blocking it? Person is awfully slow. Yep, another card I can never attack into in a billion years. I'm gonna play the land and make a bunch of idiots. We'll just play for top deck and a Convoke card. If I draw land, I can make more bodies. I'm always blocking this. Drawing the Holy Annex, we'll just die. It's gonna come down to... Oh, excuse me. It's gonna come down to whoever top decks first. I can't even convey my thought before they top deck. Yep. Oh, the broken card. Well played. Alright, let's sack... Or let's just draw... We can't win unless we draw a Convoke thing right now, so we concede when we don't. Okay. Try again. Well, this is kind of awful. It does help with the death touch blockers. I mean, I just have to murder them. They're going to side in pest control and then I can't win. Alright. Well, this is not going very well. Okay, we'll keep... My opponent is faster, because I think that their deck is, like, built to be good against mine. It's just death touch and pest control, the deck. So, I'm playing Convoke. I think I can win, I just have to have the nuts, and I don't, and they can thought seize me, so... Tough. Well played. Alright, well, Ronin technique looks pretty solid here. We can just top deck a Convoke card and be in a really good position. Or we could draw land. Maybe it was a mistake by me. I don't think I should play around the card pest control. I think I should just lose to it. I don't think you play Convoke and you're... Yeah, I'll just beat pest control. I don't think that's reasonable. Thrive the Carnarium. Okay, sure. Well, we were gonna draw our Convoker, but we got swept. I think if I want the counter here or the counter here in this try. Now I can't block the Preacher, which... Fine. Alright, the Scry was high value. I think it was worth. And I do think that getting this big as quickly as I can is probably important. really solid hand by the opponent. It'd be hard to beat. That was a good draw, though. Can I get to the air now? This is 7. I think we ignore creature. Six if they have another ritual. Block 2. 6. Yeah, so this actually does it because the creature attacks, and then they get +1 on the lifelink. So they go to 1 if I brick, which sucks. But probably should have mapped the 1/1 if they're gonna make one. But I guess they have to chump my Warden, don't they? That's appealing. And then maybe it'll just die. I miss. Oh, they don't gain 2 life. They're just dead, right? Block, 5. Yeah, okay, they're just dead on board. Sorry, I thought that this was gonna gain 2 life. I'm a noob. -1. I was thinking they were going to be at 1 after this attack because of the gain 2. Alright, good. Got 1 of them. I do still think this is going to be a rough match. So we'll have more get lost if I have to be reactive, I suppose. But, I mean, the new card looked very good there. Like, we mulliganed, we had 2 in our hand, it gave us an extra clue, it gave us pressure, made it so our top decks were live. Looked good. I don't know if it's going to be great in this matchup, because my opponent is just, like, mono Death Touch guys, but... On the draw, do I keep this? Okay. I'm gonna get Thought Seeds for the 3rd time in a row. It's very sad. So what I'm gonna do is decide and declare right now that I'm not going to get Thought Seized 3 times in a row. And that is why I mulliganed. Oh, okay, great. We'll just simply draw Gleeful Demolition. I just get swept if I play this. I was thinking reasons to play it, reasons not to play it. I think it's cheaper. My opponent has like a budget mana base. But considering they played Cry of the Carnarium last time, I think I'm going to play Venerated Loxodon. Maybe that's incorrect, but I do want my board, and everything's going to get a 1/1 counter, so fine. Okay, so they don't have an Unholy Annex in play. We have the board. That means that even if they get it going, we might be able to get ahead of it. Surely our luck will turn around right here, right now. Oh, swamp. I can see it. I can see how that was already. I understand. Okay, what do you got? Land. And Anything else? Is the land? We're passing? Creature, okay. Not the end of the world. Do I want a 3 here? And I guess I do kind of want the mana, potentially. Checking for 4 is nice. +2, I can play double 1s. Well, I think I want to attack for 4, though. Dunes. Didn't do the math, but I have a bunch of clues anyway, so I'm not that worried about flooding out, and it is a pretty appealing effect from this position. Guess if they just wrath me, I'll be sad. But even if they have a pest control, I keep the 4/4. I should have bottomed it, maybe. Block. Okay, burst is fine. The damage check is not enough. Attack draw. Ooh. That's good enough to do. Could bounce the Knight-Errant, but now if they don't sweep her, they're just gonna die to Dunes. Darn. Still dead. 5, 6, 7. Okay, they're still dead. I think we go for it. Fatal push. They have the fatal push. Still everything in play. Okay, nice. We beat the budget deck. Yippee! Well, it felt like we weren't gonna win today, but I will take it. All right, thank you. GG's. All right, opponent goes first. My hand is the nuts. I keep starting town. Okay. Smuggler's Cup. Actual Merfolk. Well, our hand is very good. Merfolk's kind of scary sometimes. And they are on the play as an aggro mirror, but my hand is perfect, so not too worried. They tap out for this copter, we're probably in the clear. If they leave up mana for like a counter, it'd be annoying. Banned. Okay. Draw a card. Alright, cool deck from the opponent. I am playing the not cool deck, fortunately for them. Feels good to do this. All my Convoke opponents do this. I feel like I rarely do it. It is really powerful. A way to rebuild. Attack. Oh, is this unblockable? I can't. Didn't know that. Okay. Six damage versus 1 counter in vigilance. No blocks anyway. Okay. You could cast the card Split Up in game 1, and I will be very, very sad. That didn't happen. They're just gonna die in the air. Alright, well, thank God we win the game where we have the broken hand, because if we didn't, that would be pathetic. Alright. The opponent playing a cool deck, we skamazed them. So what do I want against Merfolk? I think every portable hole. Get Lost is pretty bad. Shelter by Ghost is probably worth. Torch is probably worth too. I'm going to be a bit reactive, which I don't love, but Wear Tear kills Smuggler's Copter and the enchantment, so I think I'm going to try it. Otherwise I wouldn't. And we are just turning into somehow the control deck. Weird. I'm going to take out every Ornithopter. Probably every last Ronin's technique. Run this. We still have our nut draws. But we're going second. We have a lot of 1-for-1 removal. We can catch up. We don't have to nut draw them. We can just sort of have a slow developing hand where we just cast our spells. Don't think I want to keep this. Fine. Maybe it's good. Just triple 1-drop Warden. And I have a Wear Tear for the enchantment. I think I can mulligan against... I was going to say, I think I can just mulligan against this deck. Unfortunate. Please don't have a 3-drop. Can't beat a 3-drop. Here we go. Nice. Guess I'll keep the Eiganjo for now. Sure. Give the enchantment. That would be very annoying. Okay. Looked up Eiganjo. I can't counter it. Yeah, that's one of those things where you just kind of get randomed. They could have had a bunch of different things. I guess the obvious answer is the standard card whenever you're like, what the hell do they have? We're dead. Just ended up with a non-functional mold of 5. Alright, well on the play I'm going to take out the removal and just goldfish them. No Lux. They're gonna play a Merfolk and pass, and then I'm gonna play a Knight and die. I think I have an out here. I'm mulligan the shelter, right? I don't know. Yeah, I mean, we're very dead. They get to draw 2 here, put a 1/1 counter on everything if they want. Unable to scream on my guy that has a counter isn't the best. They're drawing 2 cards a turn though, so maybe they just do nothing and I Knight-Errant again. Rebuild the board. Now everything's getting a 1/1 counter every time they pass. Sorcery speed? No. I can also just spend 2 mana to counter on everything. dead. This is unblockables, right? Tap. This is 6. I don't know if we were exactly dead, but we weren't winning, obviously. Okay, I will put in these. And these. Take out these. These. And we'll just goldfish. Not mulligan to 5 and just keep a good hand again. Or why I think this Convoke deck is just so unfun to play with and against is like, it's just all in. Like the decisions aren't particularly interesting ever. Just like a lot of modern Magic is mulliganing and then the gameplay is largely irrelevant, which I think sucks. I think it should maybe be the opposite. Okay, well, we get in. Ronin tactic looking pretty damn good again. And that's going to set up my Loxodon. So this is a nice way to have a nut draw without having Gleeful Demolition. Like, this is a really big deal. Like a repeat of the other game. Eldregos as well, wow. Alright, your turn. This card might be legit. It seems pretty good. At first I thought it was going to be really strong because I thought the 1/1s were untapped, which would be better for this deck, but I think it's still just a solid card. Time to dodge split up. That's something I could have played around. But they are playing a Cavern of Souls deck. It's 3 colors. It's not that likely they can afford to play split up on double white. But it is really good with the way the Merfolk cards work. So I would not put it past an arena opponent to put split up in their Cavern of Souls 3-color deck. That is not a split up deck. I think that means we've got them. We've got the Epicure. Getting them down so okay. Sure. Alright, nice. Well, GG's. Pretty good showing. We could look at the deck really quickly. Maybe not the most impressive decks that we beat, but I'm mostly focused on trying to figure out if I think that the new card is good in the deck. And from that perspective, I think the answer is yes. I mean, you need to do more testing, but if you're going to play the Ornithopters, I think it does make sense. You could maybe just cut this for a 3rd Zenith if you are going to go through with playing 4 Ornithopters. But yeah, it's nice value too. Like if you play against a control deck and you get to pick up one of these token producers, you get extra damage, you get extra stuff, you get more value from your Warden because you get the extra token as well. So I think this card is legit. I think it might be worth experimenting with. So if you are a Boros Convoke player, give this thing a try, figure it out. I don't know about this card. It still looks pretty solid to me, but I guess the issue is it doesn't get these, right? You're just picking up, you're just digging for Warden and Zenith. And if I think that Zenith might be better, then kind of awkward, but whatever. Okay. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I will see you in the next one. Feel free to hit like and subscribe if you want to see more like this. If you have any recommendations for decks I should play or this deck, how to build it, feel free to drop that below, and I will see you guys next time. Peace.